best friend.
I did want to watch the Aurelia one though, because I had watched a bit of it before, and I saw some things I wanted to say. Automatically, this shouldn't be too bad. Their Mordekaiser went arcane comments and inspiration. Let's see what you took here, because I think it was on here, right?
It's
Or
one
is
of
this
my
selected?
last games.
The last games?
Yeah, I lost. Probably the first one, like that one.
No, because this is the Nasus one. This is the Aurelia game, right?
Yes.
I don't know where the
No.
Mord one is. I can do
Then
this. Oh no, I can't.
try to reload my like.
Oh, reload it? Okay, that works.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
not
because
out,
this
but
might be
in the
pulled up
top,
from last
like
night.
yeah, update.
Yeah, yeah, I got it. It's right here. Just refreshing here works too. Um, okay, what did you take? Wait, what? Why did it say your platform? Oh, you're playing Flex.
Yeah, I'm playing Flix.
Okay, okay. I was about to say that really being flat. I was about to. I really wanted to flame your server. Cause it looked pretty damn bad. All right, let's see. Uh, what did you go versus? All right, this is fine. This is good. Good setup. All right, let's watch the game. Why did you ward there? Are you
To
scared of
see
level
if
2 gank?
there. Yes.
It's not worth it. It used to be worth it until they changed it to where trinkets give you one longer ward instead of two shorter wards. Now like that ward's gonna be a little more important. And Mordekaiser doesn't have a like CC, um, like meaningful CC against you where a level 2 trade isn't a level 2 gank isn't gonna mess you up that hard. Now in like a minute you're not going to have a ward there for a gank at all. Where when he's probably going to be there. And we'll see that soon. Sometimes I end up doing that. The only time I usually ward that early is if I'm like red side. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's if they're invading my jungle, like at level 1, they're taking my jungler's camp, so I know that they're behind me, so I'll ward behind me. So if their jungler, which I think was a Kayn this game, yeah, if it was Kayn, and they were taking my red buff, then I would ward the tri-bush. Or maybe even like over here. I think the tri-bush is a little safer. That's like the only time I usually use it that early. Okay, so let's see what goes on over here. Okay, you need to not use all your abilities on the minion wave. What are you trying to do here? Are you just trying to shove to his turret as fast as possible?
No, hit level 2 first.
Okay, yeah, well, you will hit level 2 after this minion, and then guess what? Your Q's still on cooldown for 8 seconds. Congratulations, you're level 2. Mordekaiser can just walk away from you. Actually, he might even win. Okay, so if the Mordekaiser was smart, he trades with you while you're like in his minion wave with no Q, but he's also walking towards his turret. And then by the time your Q comes back up, you're not going to be able to hit him. Cause if you only, that's like what you just did was basically just like going E level 1 and then whacking him to death. You're just smacking him with your auto attack over and over. You get shield versus him. Like imagine how bad it is to trade with somebody level 1 with your shield. You get like slightly increased stats from leveling up, but it's not meaningful enough. The minions that are hitting you because you're in his entire wave. Look at all these minions smacking you. You don't win this. It only works out because he's bad and he's trading too long into you and too far up. He should be orb walking down to his turret to where it doesn't matter that your Q comes back up.
You're right. I didn't fast Q combo or anything. I'm just not doing
Yeah,
the fast Q.
that's something you're gonna have to you're just gonna have to do if you want to get better. You're lasting minions too much with your abilities. And you could just like wait and auto attack them instead. Okay, so I would just right here I would just I guess you can
Eh,
punish him when he goes for his cannon minion. You're just using so many abilities on minions here.
okay.
And now, hey, guess what? You don't have a word for the Kane King. Granted, it is Kane, it's a lot harder to word for him, so I can't flame too hard, but that's not. If it was any other jungler, I imagine you would do the same thing, unless you think specifically Kane is more likely to gank you level 2 than anybody else.
Here, I'm staying because if I don't push this into tower, I'm going. They are gonna freeze it. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
think it's
what to do
fine
here.
here. Yeah, you just put yourself in a bad position. Once again, you stunned. You just can't play that aggressive though. You don't have to fight him. You can still like auto attack the wave, and then if Kane comes, it's okay because you can walk away from just Kane, and Mordekaiser can't come into you, uh, because he's got minions to deal with, and well he can't just walk up to you anyways. And if Kane tries to 1v1 you, you have a minion way to fight with, and you're a level higher than him. So yeah, right here, it's okay to just like go last in the minion with your auto attack, but then you just go into him. You queue up to the minion for no reason. That's a whole key that's wasted. You waste all of your abilities too fast, and then you go into him when you could just walk away. Granted, once he pulled you, you were dead anyways, since
Yes.
Kane was here. But I mean, you didn't even know that at the time. You went into him before Kane showed up. If Mordekaiser Conky lost, yeah, that's actually a good point too. I didn't even think about. I forgot that Mordekaiser took comment because he's bronze 1. um, in this straight at level 1, if he didn't take the worst
Uh,
runes imaginable,
here,
you still lost this. Like like before your Q came back up. If he had Conquer, he probably would have beat you even with your Q coming back up. Like you probably would have had like 100 health here instead of 300. But he has comment. You can imagine why he has comment. All right, let's go back. All right. So you have a good amount of gold to back on though. Let's see what to buy here. Um, this is usually a good back for buying 2 Doran's Blades and a refill potion, but you can't do that because you already have a Doran's Blade, and buying 3 Doran's Blades aren't good because it takes up too many slots. So this is kind of an awkward buy. You could look at getting either Longsword, Doran's Blade, and refillable, and that spends 950, and then you can get a Control Ward. That's good. That's probably the best thing you can do. Um, you could also look at getting triple long swords. That's not bad here because you're still ahead in gold. You're still really strong, even though you don't get refillable here. Yeah, it looks like you're gonna go with triple long swords. Um, I personally probably would have gone with the one that gives me a refillable and control ward, but this isn't that bad.
I freeze there here because he doesn't have TP, so
Yeah,
he will lose.
freezing's really good here. It's really good. He's, I mean, he's still fucked even after that gank. It's gonna be close on whether it actually freezes or not. I think it will. Ooh, okay, yeah. See, there's no excuse for those cannons. He missed.
No me arrepiento de lo que debe hacerse.
Oh man, you just always double cast. I mean, to be fair though, I mean, it's not like I told you that before. Before this lesson. Or, I mean, before you made these games. But hopefully you stop doing that so much after. It's
Yeah.
really hurting you. You probably would have killed him there, unless he pulled you back. I guess he could have flashed earlier, but
Peleamos como uno solo.
Another. This might be getting a little bit too into it.
No, get
Uh,
as deep as you want because this will be a bot, so I can rewatch it.
okay, awesome. Um, there there's another problem that I haven't even mentioned yet with starting your combo off with the double cast. Besides all the other things I said, like like wasting your shield. Um, Stun can also be used to get another auto attack. Because as they're walking away, if they're just walking away and you're hitting them the whole time, they're slowly getting away from you, right? Or otherwise you would just run them down the entire lane. But that's why you have your Q and your W and your E to catch up to them. So Riven's pretty good at that. But if you save your stun instead of using it right next to them, you do your whole Q combo, and then right before they get out of range, like basically where you can't auto attack them anymore, you can stun to get another auto attack off because it stops them in place, and that's an extra auto attack that you get off. Whereas if when you use your stun for double casting, that stun isn't like stop. It's not giving you an extra auto attack because you're already right next to them, and you just auto attack them there. It you have to kind of imagine a scenario in your head, and it might be kind of difficult, but you will get an extra auto attack off if you do your full combo and then you get use your stun to get that last one in to like basically close the gap between you and the enemy.
Tu caos terminará consumiéndote.
Same problem here. You go for an auto attack, you don't need it. You don't need it. There's a chance he could maybe dodge the ult. It probably wouldn't happen, but you need to know as a Riven main how much damage your ult does. You need to know if it kills them. If it's close, then it's okay. Right here, this is like okay. I don't know if my ult will kill them. I personally think he might survive with like 5 health here if he ulted. But it's so close where you definitely need to get another hit in. But you're already third queuing. Right here, there's no chance your ult does not kill him here. He has no armor. So right here, since he's in the air, just ult him. But you go for an auto attack for no reason, and then you get overkill. But it gives him time. It doesn't really matter that much because he's Mordekaiser, so he doesn't have any mobility. But with the other champions, it does. There's a lot of other champions that can dodge out of your ults if they're not
Like,
CC'd.
like Camille.
Not as much Camille, maybe like Fiora or Aurelia, or anyone with like some dashes. Camille not as much because she has to like get to the wall first. She can't like really reactively dodge something.
El caos es una prueba momentánea. Nada
Here I was thinking on going Essence Riven,
Yep.
but the more the will like tank. So
You
that's
wanted to
what's
tank
gonna,
because you had Diana jungle.
and Cain will make. I don't think he will be like blue Cain. So that's why
Mm,
I take.
I think both options are fine here. They have like enough CC, um, where you might die really fast. But I still think Essence Reaver is probably better here for you, especially since you
Okay.
have such a good recall for it. You can get BS Sword available, and you can finish it on the next buy. Uh,
Solo dentro de la luz podemos conocer el amor.
it's also just really good versus the Mordekaiser and Kayn. Because you want to surprise Kayn with being one shot before he gets his ult off,
Mi destino
Okay.
especially if it's red Kayn. But because if he gets his ult off, he's gonna heal up a lot. So you want to like kind of one shot him.
me atrapará.
Hmm. Right here, you need to make sure you're hitting them with your third Q. Like, if you just moved at a little bit more of an angle, you at least hit the Syndra with your third Q, and then you can EW away. She's knocked up, and then you stun her, and you E away at the same time, and you don't die. I mean, you didn't die here anyways, but I think she just whiffed her stuff. But I'm just saying, if there was like another champion that could have killed you, that happens a lot with ganks and whatnot. You want to hit him with your third Q, why not? You just third Q right next to them.
La luz revela la verdad.
This is bad. Wait, why did you flash from this? You can't flash Syndra.
I know. It was just like,
It's like a panic flash.
yeah,
Okay, so right here, are you thinking that you want to fight them here?
yes.
Okay, I think that's fair. I think you can fight them. You need to stagger your Q. You need to wait till the very end of your Q. Yeah, you've generally, every time I look when you stagger your Qs, you're at least doing it, but you're not waiting till the last second. It's like you really want to wait as long as you can, because that's going to be what affects how long you have for your Q to come back after your third Q. And it's not going to mean anything to the enemy players how long you waited.
Revela la verdad.
And also, if you might have had your E back up.
La luz revela la verdad.
Yeah, see, because you waited so long, your E wasn't back up, so you couldn't E or Q. And that's like your most common initiation. So let's see what you do instead. 'Cause I wasn't really paying attention.
Revela la verdad.
You just third Q a minion. So that, like, you didn't get the initiation you need. They pulled you into them. Um, at this point, it's a toss up of whether you'll win this. You might. I mean, this is just like so low rank, so like you should die here if this ever happened. But I mean, I personally would just try to turn on them right there. I think you could just pop your ult, instantly kill the Mordekaiser, because the Mordekaiser's tanking here. You could just instantly kill the Mordekaiser and then kill the Syndra. I think you could kill both of them there instead of running away and wasting your flash, and then not killing either of them.
Nunca te arrepientas de lo que puede hacerse. El caos será más grande.
Yeah, you see, every time you're staggering your Qs, look, you only get it like 3/4 of the way.
Caos será más.
Actually, I'm gonna put it in slow motion real quick. Watch where it's at when you get a third Q. You only get it about 3/4. Okay, this is like a little too slow, but you see where it's at? It was like
Yes.
right here. Like, you need to wait till it gets like right here. It affects a lot. It's one of those smaller things that's going to add up, because you do it so, like, not you specifically. I mean, like, as Riven, you end up staggering your Qs a lot. You need to get in the habit of waiting to the last moment.
Sígueme y vencerás.
Honestly, no, this is fine. Alright, stagger your Q again. Okay, you just right into that. You could.
But Diana and Corki are here, so
What?
El amanecer llega.
Diana and Corki are here, so I was playing like more aggressive because they were here.
Well, no, it's fine to play aggressive, but just don't run
But,
into his
yeah.
stuff. Does Mordekaiser have his ult up? I think he does, right? Hey, you need to be staggering your Qs here, in case he ults you. Or you in that pool, just like E through it and then dash away.
El amanecer llega para todos. Se ocultan del orden.
think you're kind of playing with fire right now, and you didn't even third Q there. A bit risky, but his thing's down. So, oh, God. Okay. Uh, you know, Mordekaiser has ability. It works with like things that aren't just people getting out of your ult, but just doing anything before your ult. You give him a chance to shield before your third Q wins. You see, he just like shields a whole bunch of the damage. Instead,
Yes.
what you could have done. First of all, you should just go with your third Q there.
I'm waiting
Oh,
to
that was a
that.
much better stagger. Okay, actually, after rewatching it, it wasn't that bad, only because he was so far away from you. So it's not like you really could have. You weren't able to get the auto that you need to stun ult. So I'm not gonna blame that hard. It was honestly just like a bad initiation because he was too far away from you. You should have tried to go in the other time. The time before that. Alright. But I know you do end up getting really far ahead, so I want to see what you kind of do macro-wise. What you need to be doing now is you're really far ahead. You need to be like trying to kill him and getting some plates.
Mi espada, mi promesa.
You don't have many plates because you're only freezing this whole time. But you need to be trying to get some turret advantage here. He has
Just
no armor.
before.
It should be so easy to kill him. You just kill him. Anytime you like stagger your Q and you can ERQ on top of him, he dies. Because his build is so bad.
Deja de lado tus sombras.
Lots of just last inning mistakes. I always tell people work on their farm. People just are really bad at last inning meetings apparently.
El resplandor.
Okay, so right here,
De la verdadera convicción.
I think you actually could have gotten her. Okay, so well, one, the second Q is kind of bad, but I see how you were trying to get a little bit closer to him. I would have just gone straight for the Syndra. The only reason you wouldn't have made this is because you just used this Q too early. Right here though, I think you might still be able to get her here.
Era convicción.
It's really hard to say. Well, one, why did you EQ there? You just wasted. I think you just wasted your E. Why not just Q over the wall? Why do you have to EQ? But if it would have, like I said, would have been really close. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna have to find the clip real quick. I need to keep it like copy pasted because I show people it a lot. Just give me a second. Ta-da. Ta-da. Does anybody have a clip of where I got that? It was like a hint for EQing with Riven. That's like, I think I called it like wall hop. I don't know if I have any here. I can't. It's not in my last 30 days of clips either. Um, yeah, I want a second to look for this. Oh, there's just so many here. I don't think I'll be able to find it. I need to have it saved somewhere. Alright, whatever. Basically though, if you um instead of just trying to jump over this wall, you might be able to catch her if at the right before your Q ends, you can ER this way and then put your cursor over her and it'll gain you the distance. Like you don't have to get the angle on the wall because you can change the angle of your jump by just hovering over an enemy here. So if you would have ER'd at max range here, just as far as you could go, and then put your Q over Syndra, there's a chance it like jumps over the wall and hits her. And that's how I kill a lot of people. But there's just no way you catch you here. You also just wasted your E. I see a lot of Rivens do that. They just when they go to wall hop, they always use their E when they're like right next to it, and then they don't have their E for after. It's like no point. Okay, you need to start pushing the lane. Kind of like wasting some time here. Just no, don't even do the dragon. Go get some minions. Like all your teammates can do that. Look at the wave top. Like you need to be trying to get that. You guys don't need this many people on dragon. Their jungler's nowhere near. You also like if you got like a little bit more gold, like I wouldn't even back here. You're 80 gold away from Cleaver. That's such a big power spike. There's nothing you can buy here. I guess you're gonna sell your refillable and get Cleaver, but it's
Yes.
better to just get it like have gotten a few minions before and then just kept your refillable. If you would have just like pushed bot in instead of going to the dragon, then you would have had enough, and you probably could have gotten a plate too. There's just not enough plates taken in low rank. Like people just they fight, they're clown fiesta. They're just running around the map fighting each other. Where plates are worth so much, so much, and it it's 1 minute away before turret plates go down, and you guys have gotten one plate, and it's just one top lane. All right, so go around the river here and kill him. You could threaten killing him there. There's no way he can get away from me. But now he's just gonna walk back because he sees you. But I don't know if I'd freeze here either. I mean, it's okay, but I don't know. No, it's fine. It sucks. You're not gonna get any plates. You really need to like when you don't have much time to get plates. You need to see if there's any way you can kill him. And you had a chance when you control where that bush. You could have gone around to the river, even if you missed a minion or two. Yeah, it's worth it because you're so far ahead of him. This is the situation where people just aren't snowballing hard enough. Like you can be like, yeah, I'm 3-1 in lane. Now I was winning hard, but there's so much more gold you could be getting, and then helping your team out with. You could be getting those plates, and then you could just run bot and kill both of them, easy. Well, you are gonna be really far ahead of this Mordekaiser. I would try when I get to this point. I would try not to all in him before you hit level 2 ult. When you get really close, just wait a second. Their bot lane should be coming up top right now. I don't know if they will. That's what they should be doing.
Oh, I don't
But if
remember.
I were you, I'd probably try to 1v2 them. Trim the wave up a bit. Trim the wave.
Él es su propio amo. También
Alright,
su
there's their
propio
bot lane,
esclavo.
okay. So instead, no, just, you should like go around. Let's see.
También su propio
Right
esclavo.
here. There's no point in queuing here because you can't kill her. You don't have E or Q. Instead you should just Q this way. Like don't let her hit you with a W for no reason. And then just like I would personally jump over this wall and try to sneak around through here. It's not always
Oh,
going to work, but what do you lose from it? You can only gain from like trying to get like a little sneak attack here because she has to walk up to minions. Even if there's supports here, I'm pretty sure you can 1v2 them. And if she doesn't see you go through there, it's like almost a guaranteed kill in lower ranks. It's not staggering your Qs long
Las
enough.
emociones te controlan.
I was waiting to her to push for the cannon, but she didn't.
Yeah, that's why I would say try to go around. Right here, you're letting this wave push up a little too far, and you need to kill this cannon minion, or else the melees are going to get into your turret. You're trying to freeze it. Ugh. Wow, this is gonna work because she turned around. Should have just been able to walk away from you. Let's see what thing she did wrong here. All right, let's get stagger. This ER third Q here. Why didn't you ult? Why did you just E flash Q? Because you ult after anyways, right? And then that's
Yes.
wasted time. And your Q didn't get the enhanced damage. You're already, if you're flashing in, you're planning on ulting, right? So why didn't
Yes.
you just why didn't you ult with like
I
ER?
don't know why I didn't ult.
Okay.
Probably like I didn't hit the R,
Okay.
like hit the T.
Yeah, maybe it was just a mechanical mistake. Another mistake you did was when you EQ onto them, you need to auto attack in between the third Q and the stun. Don't just third Q stun. The only time you third Q stun as if you hit them with such a max range third Q that you're not going to be in range to auto and then stun. It's not common that it happens, but there are situations because your third Q with ult range is so big that sometimes you actually have to walk up to them and then that gives them time to flash away from you. But even if they have flash, you can get an auto attack before the stun, typically. And she did have flash, but she would be a lot lower here. There's also the problem that, and this is a bit smaller, but and it's right here, right after this is getting a bit into it. But right when you go to Q after this, you need to not have your cursor over her. Usually you want your cursor over them, like especially if they're in melee range. But you know the only way Ashe gets out is if she goes to her turret, right? And you know
Yeah.
she's going to be walking to her turret. So instead of having, if you have your cursor onto them, you're going to stay right here because when you have your cursor on them, it only does enough to like hit them. But if you Q through them, then the Q hits her, and you move this direction with your Q. So that's like more distance that has to be gained, an entire Q of distance, because you know she's gonna flash after. And honestly, your third Q might have hit if you did that. Let me see. Let's see, Q right here. Yeah, your Q would have hit her there. Your third Q, and then you still would have killed her even through her flash. But really, she could have just walked away from you after she ulted you, but she didn't. She kept trying to auto attack you like she was gonna kill you, and she walked back in the melee range. She like actually walked into you there. So I have to pee so bad.
Don't mind if you go to be and I wait like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Nah, it's okay. We only got like 10 minutes left anyways. Oh wait, what happened here? Okay, paying attention. For one, you're running in the wrong direction. You would like to try to save your E for his Q if you can. You kind of like, there's no way you're gonna win that fight, so you just need to focus on getting out and getting to your turret. And you just use too many abilities fighting him instead of trying to escape.
Abrir los ojos ante la luz. Juntos humillaremos al universo.
Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't think you should TP into this. You didn't actually look to see. I know you saw your teammates were fighting, and you're like, okay, let me go help them. But you have to see if it's, like, while you're running there, you have all this time. They're kind of fighting for a while. So, like, right here, while you're walking up, you need to look, like, click on the mini-map, like, look to see what's going on over there before you TP, and ask yourself if you should teleport. You don't look. And then I look at this, and I'm like, yikes, man. I don't know if this is good. They're kind of like shitting on your team, so it does not look very good for you. Like, you're actually in a 1 versus 5 situation right now. You
I
almost
want
picked up a kill and got out, but
the
instead
shutdown of Cain.
it looks like you wasted your teleport and you wasted your flash, and you got nothing when you could have just been pushing bot and getting more gold. That was your team making a mistake, but that's, I mean, it's not your control. You just have to worry about things you can be doing.
Like here, I'm the fed one, so
El caos no busca.
Yeah, but I mean, you weren't fed enough to 1 versus 5.
no, yeah, but like
Nada me
I really don't know what should I do. Like right now, for example, I'm
Yeah,
just going to
you should have kept pushing. Like, you need to be pushing and getting more gold. You're just, your farm's pretty low for how ahead you are because you run around too much.
Los disidentes
So many
se
times you could have,
aprovechan de la
and you could have gotten so many plates earlier in the game. That's something that you can't do now. It's too late. Yeah, you're not even fast queuing the minions. You don't fast queue at all.
La fuerza verdadera surge de la convicción.
Why are you queuing the tower like that?
to hit it faster.
I mean, it might hit a little bit faster if you're actually fast queuing, but you're not fast queuing anyways. Maybe you think you are, but look at your cursor. You said your
Yeah.
cursor's on them the whole time. Do you know how the fast queue works?
Yeah, like Bobman command.
Yeah, but you're not doing it.
Es un refugio.
Do you think you are in these games?
Yes, I think I'm doing it. While
Do you see your cursor though? I'm gonna let you watch your cursor. I'm gonna put in slow motion. I'm gonna see if at any point during queuing this. Let's see. Let's put on a fat 0.25. Let's see if your cursor moves from this turret. Whoa, why is it working? Okay. Yeah, look at it. You see how it's right here? Oh, you move it like right here, but
Yeah.
not technically off of it. And it's still on it. It's still on it, baby. Oh, there we go. But no, you moved after you autoed. That's after you queue. Yeah, you only moved after you autoed.
El orden es un refugio.
yeah, I think I'm moving the mouse to hit the floor, but I'm actually don't move into it. So
You're actually lit?
I'm not moving the mouse at all.
Yeah. Just really pay attention to when you get in those games, because, you know, like you can only get so far without fast queuing.
No, if it wasn't for you, like in my head, I am
Yeah.
fast queuing.
That's funny. For me, I can just feel whether it's fast or not. If I like didn't if I like for some reason missed a fast queue, I'll be like, oh god, what just happened?
Ilumina al caos y no quedarán rastros.
Okay, just some small advice. If when they pop aftershock, try not to use your abilities into it. Just keep autoing them and walking down until it ends, and then use your abilities into it.
Oh, thank you.
I wouldn't have wasted the ult on the Nautilus. I think everybody else could clean up. He's in a terrible position. I would save it for somebody like the Syndra here. Already, even that Ashley had. Oh god, damn.
Todos terminarán bajo mi yugo.
Yeah, I chose this game because in my head, like now, I'm in a position where I can 1v9. So,
Mm,
but
I don't know. I don't know
know.
about 1 versus 9. You're fed, but I don't know about 1 versus 9. You could have been 1 versus 9 right now if you play the early game, but you're definitely stronger than everybody else. But so they're pretty strong too, like compared to your team. But yeah, in this situation, a lot of Rivens like after the game would be like, "Man, what I do? I played so good. What could I have done?" But we've seen so many things that you could have done better.
Todos conocerán la luz. El orden y la virtud guían mi espada.
See those mini movements of my mouse?
Yeah, let's watch it again.
That's my Q combo. But it doesn't click the floor.
Yeah, so right there you're doing it. It would probably be a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how I do it faster. I mean, at least I was better than what you were doing before. Auto W ult. There, that was the most clean, normal combo you've done ever since I watched you. Was right here. There was nothing wrong with it. You saved your stun, and you got all your auto attacks off, and you stunned into ult, and then you can auto after if you know he's a little bit tankier. I mean, it seems simple, but like a lot of times you just end up using some basic stuff. So, it doesn't seem like it's very complicated, but I know it has to be because a lot of people seem to struggle with it. Me in my head, I'm just like, I want my ulti to hit. Let me make sure they're CC'd first.
No, I think it's because like you want the free kills and
Yeah,
your ulti is the executioner.
yeah, exactly. It's gotta execute. It's fine to be queuing the turret, but the the more important reason, besides maybe your auto comes out like a little bit faster, is that you can stagger it and get if somebody walks up to you, you can initiate onto them with third Q. I do that all the time. So like just like stagger it. Don't like do like 3 auto attacks in between your Qs. And then if their AD carry walks like right here, you jump over the turret and then you E into them and your Q's back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you watch me smurf, that happens every time because they don't respect me. Any time I'm smurfing, you will see me doing that when I'm pushing down a turret. Obviously, I don't get to just push down free turrets like this in higher rank, but I mean, you see me do that, right?
Yes. But like
Yeah,
seeing you and understanding like
yeah.
what it's like different.
hmm That's why you have to ask yourself, like, do I do that? Do I wait? Do I auto attack 3 times in between? And if you're like, wait, I do something a little bit different, I end up auto attacking right after. Then maybe ask me, be like, why do you auto attack a lot? And I can explain that to you. Try to see what we do differently, and try to ask me in chat when I'm streaming. Okay, so here you just need a recall by your Starks gauge. You're running around right now. What are you trying to do?
Catch them.
Yeah, but yeah, you're sitting on so much gold right now. Okay, see? You see how she flashed away?
Yeah.
It's happened so many times. I hope you will remember this after this lesson. I'm trying to drill into your head how important it is. So many free kills. You're starting with your stun and then they just flash away from you. ER third Q. Even
I
if
mean,
you stun, you could third Q ult auto, and nope, she just flashes from your third Q and your ult. You hate to see it. Gets away with 1 health. Unlucky, I guess. I did nothing wrong. See the flash. Please go recall. Alright, buy Sterix Gauge and buy a cloth armor here for GA. Oh, what is that going into?
you executioner for Kane.
Not worth it, because it's only Kane. Well, he's fed, but does anyone else have it? Okay, I'll let you off on the hook for that one, because no one else in your team is building it either. I mean, maybe Corky could build executioners, but he probably doesn't want to. Well, only because he's super fed, and he's like the only problem. If Mordekaiser had Conquer, then maybe I would say yes. But he doesn't even have Conquer, so he's not really healing up. Oh my god, what's happened to my ears? Is that your YouTube video?
But you have it with volume. I don't hear it. Because I mute the stream.
I don't know what happened. Some weird sound just happened. Okay, so right here, just ults and then jump over. Don't start with the stun. Just jump over the wall first. Auto attack and then stun. But instead you W first, miss it, and then you can't get an auto attack, and then you try a third Q, which you probably missed too because he got away from you.
He cancels my Q there. And
Yeah.
he gets, I think.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have got away. Oh, and now you're just in a bad position. You're just too deep. You just die here. You could double cast here. This is a good time to double cast. The only time you don't double cast, and you die because you don't fast Q, because you're Qing too slow. You would have been able to lifesteal off the Nautilus if you didn't die to his auto attack there.
I was fast queuing in my head like perfectly.
But you weren't. Look how slow they were. Oh my god. And this is like the best time to double cast here because you need quick damage, and it's more important in Teamfight to do these double casts because even though the Kane won't be hitting you because he's stunned, somebody else might be hitting you, like this Nautilus, and you have Death Stance being procced. With Death Stance, it's another reason why it's okay to double cast because damage is still going into your shield. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, you see that right there? That's where you can see how slow the auto was. Right there, right there. It's right here especially. And you could have. Never mind.
And I can't E. I can E. I didn't do it.
No, no, not E. That's not what I was gonna say. I think I was gonna say if you didn't die here, you could third Q the Nautilus. Your third Q is coming up, and you would have canceled that auto attack, and then auto attacked him, and then your shield would have been up. Which is why I was saying you could have life stealed back up and survived that situation, or maybe even still killed them. Let's skip too far ahead. Okay. Just jump over that wall. You activated your ult too early. Oh god. Yeah, you could 1v9 this fight, but you kind of like wasted flash. You wasted your ult. Let's finish this out. Okay, that's good. Come on, you got it, you got it. Orb walk, orb walk. Q. Alright, go back, kill Syndra. You got her. Except you wasted your shield and now you might die for it. Oh, almost. You almost died because you wasted your shield. You could have just queued over the wall. Or you could have stunned after your shield wore off. Alright, let's go watch the beginning of it though. For one, I would have recommended, I would have jumped over this wall here probably and gone behind him. It's not terrible that you went behind here, that wasn't your biggest mistake. But, what? You ulted right here? Like, they're too high health for you to just like jump in there and ult. Like, you should like get up here and then ult and then just like start hitting them. Like, you're like looking for the Reddit one shot three people right here. Why? Like, I wouldn't even stagger Qs here. Just get in there. Go help your teammate. Get in here, start hitting all of them with your Q, and then stun, kill 2 of them, move on to the next one. Now you have no ult to finish these people off. Luckily, your teammate actually did quite a bit more damage than I was expecting. That was good. Right here is what I was saying about orb walking. Right when you auto attack this guy, you need to move closer to him. Like, you're close to him, but you're not like on his body. You need to be able to follow him because he's gonna run this way or he's gonna run this way because he's trying to get away from you. So right after you auto attack him here, you need to be moving this way, but you don't. You just have your cursor over him the whole time. Look at it. You see how your cursor is sitting on him the whole time? That whole time you don't move. After your auto attack goes off, you don't move until your auto attack comes back up, and then the game tells your character to be like, okay, let's go auto him. But until then, you just sit there. Because you have a ward here, because you have a, let me go back a couple more seconds. Right here, because you have a ward here, all you have to do is walk up to this wall and then Q over. And then you can use your shield. You'll be okay surviving like a couple seconds before you have to use your shield. But you really want to save your shield for some damage. So instead of doing this, where you stun after, and your shield didn't get used there. The only thing it blocked was some death stance damage, which it was a good amount. But she gets so close to killing you here because you have no shield. The only reason it doesn't kill you is because she went hourglass, which was a terrible decision by her. She probably thinks Corki does physical damage. I mean, I don't know. But yeah. You just kind of got lucky there.
Sin remordimientos.
When you're lasting minions, it's gonna seem small, but it's going
Remordimientos.
like you shouldn't be. If it's a cannon wave, you should be hitting the like auto attacking the cannon, and then using your spells on like everything. I don't know why people do this so much. What's the point of auto attacking everything, and then you would use all your stuff on the cannon? Like you could just kill it so much faster. It's so important knowing how to kill minion waves fast, and you do that by like focusing the high health target and then killing everything with your AoE at like the same time. But instead, you people kill all the small minions, and then your spells are only hitting the big thing.
Me elevaré sobre las sombras.
Comes the dragon fight. I'm trying to wrap this up. It's been quite a bit over, like a bit over 2 hours. But I still kind of want to finish this game. Hit the highlight points. This is good. Yep, keep chasing them. Kill the wall. Don't waste your E though. You don't have to E every time you jump over a wall, unless it's a big wall. Use the blast gun here. Why? You utilize this blast gun. You can kill the center here. Right here, you just Q. Okay, you see she flashes. Q again to the blast cone, jump over the wall, and then you Q to her. Instead, you use everything, and she stuns you, and then you're like, oh, well, just fuck me, I guess.
Solo dentro de la
Alright, you need to be pushing sideways. You guys need to be getting objectives. You guys have 2 turrets in almost 30 minutes. Come on, we're gonna get third one here. Let's go, baby. Okay, don't initiate like that. Stop wasting your stun. Okay, right here, she just walks melee range of you. I don't think she sees you here. I think she actually is legally blind. She just wasted
blue.
her stun while you're standing right next to her. That's how you know how bad these players are. And so you just need to capitalize on that. Use your ult and hit her, like just hit her with your third Q, and then auto W ult auto. She's dead.
But what I have understand is the problem isn't like here. I could be really ahead if I push for plates earlier and take some camps.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to be better at snowballing like the early game, getting even farther ahead. Just being a little bit ahead of your opponent isn't going to 1 versus 9. I mean, you'll win more games like that, of course. And you're playing against people lower rank. Originally I was saying you're playing against people your same level, but you can see like there's a difference between just being a little bit ahead and being a lot ahead. That's how you see me carry all those games in lower rank, like all the way up to like mid diamond.
El caos genera más caos.
The map should be open up so much more. I think you just would try to fight too much instead of going for
El amanecer llega para todos.
for turrets more, and then making them come to you. You'll typically get more out of like snowballing if you force them to come to you. It does the same thing. If you want to fight, that's fine, but why run to them instead of getting gold by like farming creeps and hitting their turret, and then they have to come stop you. You get more out of that. They're leaving their waves to come help you out, or to come stop their base from getting destroyed. This was kind of the situation I was talking about with the Mordekaiser ulting,
Yeah.
just to stall you out.
And he's saying,
where you're like the only one who's ahead. You just, oh my god, you just like triple keyed instead of auto attacking. Alright, come on. You guys should go for Baron here. Baron's really good. Typically, I would go for this wave if your jungler is up, but your jungler isn't up, so you guys really need to get on this Baron.
Otra rebelión por derrotar.
from here on, like we do Baron, but
Yeah.
just
Vayne, I don't know why Vayne's not there. You need to be pinging Vayne. Vayne, please come help. Vayne, please, I'll suck your pee-pee. Just come hit this Baron. Cause Vayne
no,
does.
but
What's up?
Bane is really bad, like really really bad. So
Yeah. I mean, it's still
Yeah.
fine to do, but
no, now it's difficult to close the game because she doesn't group up with us. So she is the split pusher now.
okay. I would still go down there. I would still go to that blue bush because they're probably gonna walk through there. I don't think they're gonna go up. I think they're gonna walk through their jungle. Like, you guys shouldn't be all here. You guys should be at that blue bush.
Here I lost the game, in my opinion.
Let's see what happens. You can just walk away from this. Yeah. You just used your stun too much. You just wasted too much. You maybe could have won that since they all ran into you. You would have had to go focus the Ashe first. You just kind of wasted your stun on the Kane.
Okay, so here I'm thinking what to buy and sell boots.
Yeah. I can't say that comp right now. I probably would go with you could go with a red pot unless they have Grievous wounds. Typically I don't go red pot that much anymore because everybody builds Grievous. Oh, okay, let's see. Hit tab. Morello, Executioners, another
Yes.
Morello being built, Executioners. Okay, so don't go with red pot, just go with the Elixir of Iron. Oh wait, you sold an item. Did you sell boots?
Yes. Yeah, I sell boots.
It's not that bad. But I
Um,
probably would have just wait, you just there's no way you just thought wait, did you actually keep this IE? No, IE is not the choice here.
I was like, should I buy Hydra, Bloodthirster, and
Yeah.
I saw the Morello Executioners, and I lost.
Okay, that's fair. Let's see. That would have been kind of hard. I probably would have just stayed with the boots. It's not bad to build another item. Actually, you have a good point with that. Although I think the Bloodthirster would probably still be better than Infinity Edge. But maybe there's a better option. Let's see.
Oh, Chojin.
But uh, yeah, I probably would just gone with the Elixir of Iron there, and then next time, when I had enough for Elixir 2, I probably would have sold it for Bloodthirster. I think Bloodthirster
Okay.
is still better, but honestly, since they do have so much Grievous wounds, the Infinity Edge isn't as bad as I originally thought. But uh, I feel like I would just sell the GA instead while it's on cooldown instead of the boots. I think that's your best option, and then buy Elixir, and then after buy sell boots for Bloodthirster.
Wait, so we are going Bloodthirster anyway?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I'm not actually sure what's better though. It's just probably what I would have done. I don't like building Infinity Edge if there's not other crit paired with it. Like if you went with an Essence Reaver build, then sure. Granted, at this point in the game, I probably would have switched to Cleaver.
De la verdadera convicción. El resplandor.
Yeah, here it's. Look Diana, look Diana. We're moving away. Or it was me.
How do you ult so early? He had like half his health. Now you don't have ult for the rest of this fight.
Yeah, here I.
I mean, honestly, you probably wouldn't have won the fight anyways, but still, you ulted way too early. I noticed that a lot. You just ult way too early. It gives so much more damage. The lower they are, it's not just a minuscule amount. Alright, I think that's
I
the end of the
actually
game.
already understand why I lost this game. It
Yeah.
was early game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, I mean, you got ahead, but you got to be further ahead.
Yeah.
And you you definitely could have been further ahead that game. Anyways, I guess that's it.
Can you copy the your notes
My,
and
oh yeah,
send
yeah. I
me?
just sent a screenshot. I didn't
Yeah.
write too much here, but remember what we talked about? Uh, items that can be built, ordered, most common. Actually, I want to add Bloodthirster. I'm more likely to build Bloodthirster instead of Mercurial Scimitar. Alright. Oh, let's send a screenshot of it. Alright, is there anything else?
No, really, thank you very much.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope
Yeah, it was
you
cool.
learned from it.
I will
Alright.
try to get coaching IM from you in 1 month and see if I am diamond with Riven.
Alright. Sounds good, dude. Yeah, let me know how it goes. Let me know in chat throughout this next week. See how much you improve.
Yeah,
Alright,
I
man.
will review the bot again.
Yeah,
Thank you very
awesome.
much. Really.
Yeah, of course, dude. Alright, good luck. Have a great day.
Good. Same.
Alright.